lovely eulogy. It was very touching.
Thank you. Is there anything you need? Anything we can do for you?
No, I'll be fine.
Jake, how about a lift home, huh?
I think I'm gonna hang out here for a while.
We can wait. Yeah, it's no problem.
I really need to be alone right now. But thank you.
Listen, sorry, I didn't mean to cause a scene in there yelling at Lucy.
Well, it's okay. I mean, everyone's a little wired up.
It's just this trial, it doesn't look good, and the idea of losing Serena to Rex, it's making me crazy.
No, well, don't worry. It's never going to come to that. If need be, I'll sue for custody of Serena as her sister.
That's great. I appreciate that, but let's hope it never comes to that.
Anything we need to know about Serena's sister?
Karen? Well, no court is about to release a child to an ex-stripper with a history of drug abuse.
Who else might challenge your custody claim? Lucy Cole?
Well, she's not a blood relative. She was only the surrogate. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't see the court recognizing any legal claim there.
What about the grandparents?
If they present a problem, I have some ammunition I can use against them. You go ahead and finish your coffee. I am off to see Jake to mend some fences. We had a small disagreement at the funeral.
Ah, I feel badly for him.
So do I. That's why I forgive him for lashing out at me. Talk to you later.
I wish you didn't have to work. Jake gave a really moving eulogy.
I wish I'd been there, but Fernandez called in sick, and I got stuck with an extra split shift.
It was so sad.
Yeah.
Listen, I know how tough this is for all of you. It's painful when a friend dies, and you have my sympathy. But you need to move on and get back to your patients.
Well, that's typical Burgess. 1 second for human emotion and then get to work. I think she was upset by Danielle's death.
Yeah.
Not everyone wears their heart on their sleeve. Well, certainly not Burgess. Actually, I think the reason she's coming down hard on us is because you took him away from her, and now we have to bear the brunt of her temper.
I have no idea what you mean.
Get out of here, Eve.
Excuse me. I don't talk just to hear my own voice.
I'll bet you wouldn't even cut Jake some slack if you were working today.
Jake. The others went back to the hospital. I thought I'd hang out in case you need anything.
I don't think I'm gonna...
Just in case.
Thanks, Joe. Just give me a few more minutes with her, okay?
Sure. Take your time. I'll be out in the car.
doing here?
I came to see if you were all right.
Not with you here.
Jake, I realize your eulogy was designed to not only praise Danielle, but to attack me. But I think it's time we got past all this acrimony between us. For Danielle's sake.
For Danielle's sake? For Danielle's sake, I'm going to find a way to destroy you. Just like you destroyed her.
Recriminations are not going to bring her back. They will only lengthen the healing process, not only between you and I, but in your own heart as well.
You know, Rex, seeing you get what you deserve, that's going to go a long way to healing me.
You wouldn't be planning to testify against me in Scott Baldwin's kidnapping trial, would you?
Why not?
Well, Jake, because I have evidence to prove that you kidnapped Serena.
Fine. Fine. Use it.
You think I won't?
If you blame me for the kidnapping, Scott goes free. He gets Serena back, and you get none of the money.
Well, I can see I'm wasting my breath here. I tried to extend the olive branch of peace
Shut
and
up!
friendship.
Shut up! I swear I'll kill you right here, right now.
I will ignore this because you're upset. But don't you ever threaten me again.
I swear, I will make him pay for this.
Grace, this is a patient with the abdominal pain that the ER set up. We're teetering between an appy or an ovarian cyst, okay?
Okay, I have the ultrasound tech waiting for you.
Okay. Will you tell him I'll be right down, please? I'll be right down. Hey, I hope Eve's remark didn't bother you too much.
Oh, please. Nothing Eve says bothers me.
Good.
No, besides, if we really were an item, you wouldn't have forgotten that we're supposed to have dinner tonight.
Oh, Grace. You know, with everything that's been going on, I had to trade my shifts to go to Danielle's funeral, and...
I knew that. I checked your schedule, but I just couldn't pass up the chance to zing you.
Well, I owe you one then, don't I?
One what? A dinner or a zinger?
One of each. But let's start with a rain check for dinner, okay?
Without the zinger?
Not a chance. You kidding? I'm gonna zing you.
Hey, Dad.
Hi.
Hi. What's on the agenda for today?
Well, actually, a very interesting neurological consult with Tony Jones.
How are things going with you and Mom?
I've decided we're seeing a marriage counselor.
I thought you didn't believe in all that touchy-feely business.
I know, I don't really. But if it'll help your mom understand that divorce isn't the answer to our problem, I'm more than willing to go along with it.
So you're doing this for Mother's sake?
Well, honey, she needs the help.
So, how did my fight with Scott look?
Be quite a scene at the funeral.
Okay, well, you know, that's good. Actually, it was kind of fun. Did you think it was convincing?
Oh, absolutely.
Great, good. You know, Doc, before, I knew you very well. I was, you know, sort of that wild child thing, and I used to make a lot of those scenes in public, and it's just that nobody's seen me like that in a very long time.
Well, I doubt anyone's really forgotten that you have it in you.
Oh, good. Great. So now they're going to think I've just reverted back to the old Lucy, huh?
No. When people realize that we've been staging this to help Scott get Serena back, they'll just applaud the performance.
Okay. Thank you.
For what?
Oh, just for being on my side and for going along with this wacky plan of mine.
Oh, that'll be Scott.
Right.
Scott, come on in.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
I got a bit of a problem.
Oh, great. Don't tell me. Someone thought we were phony baloney, that our fight didn't work. Did someone tell you that?
Oh, wouldn't believe an old ham hock like you. The problem is with Karen.
Karen?
Yeah, well, I had this horrible conversation with her today.
What do you mean horrible conversation? You didn't have a fight with her, too, did you?
No, it's just that, you know, she was saying that if I lose Serena, that she would petition for guardianship of her.
Well, what's wrong with that? That's not bad. That's actually kind of generous of her.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just that I couldn't tell her that we've got this plan to fool Rex. I think I should be able to talk to her about this. Tell her.
Yeah, maybe you're right. She is your daughter. I hate for you to have to lie to your children.
Absolutely, and we know we can trust her.
True. Okay, well then maybe we should tell Lee and Gail, too.
Hold it, guys. This is getting out of hand.
Why, Doc? We can trust the three of them.
And then they'll have to lie, and then they'll feel just as bad about lying as we do.
Right. I didn't think of that.
Besides that, the more people we let in on this, the greater the chances that someone's going to make a mistake.
He's right. The less that know, the better.
Okay, so what you're saying is everybody in Port Charles, including our family and friends, have to think that there's nothing good between us. We're all fighting, and that when we break up, no one can know that it's fake.
No one. Now, either we go full steam ahead on this, or we stop right now. Personally, I vote that we go ahead.
Boy, you sure have done an about-face. I mean, you were the guy that thought this whole plan was fishy in the first place.
That was then. We either do this right or we don't do it at all.
Nicole, hi. I came to apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about Eve. But I only let her stay on my couch because she didn't have any other place to go.
Aren't you a knight in shining armor?
There's nothing going on between us.
Too bad for you, because there's nothing going on between us either.
Ramsey, what are you doing here?
Hey, Dr. Devlin, I have some family flying in, want some nice accommodations. Just checked out one of the unoccupied suites. Seems nice. You pleased with the service?
Yeah, it's fine.
Now what, Doctor?
Hi, Nikki.
I did not invite you in.
Just listen, hear me out, please. I do know how much I hurt you. But I need you to understand it was after Buddy.
Long after.
I couldn't get over it. I was so overwhelmed with pain that I didn't want to be me. I wanted to be someone else, someone who wasn't in pain every minute of the day. And I don't know, I thought that the affair with Eve would do that.
And you couldn't try to forget by being with me.
You were his mother. I don't want to lose you. Please, let's just sit down with a marriage counselor and figure out a way of working this out.
I cannot believe that you are still using our son's death as an excuse for your behavior. The only counselor I will be seeing is one who specializes in divorce. Now get out before I call security.
Okay. But if you're going to behave like this, I am going to make this divorce hell on you.
Dr. Burgess, did you see the ultrasound on Dr. Harmon's abdominal patient yet?
I haven't seen Dr. Harmon in a while.
Okay.
Grace.
Yes.
I snapped at you the other day, and I want to apologize.
Well, it's not necessary.
No, it is to me. You do a fine job, well, more than fine. And I realize that I don't tell you how much I really value your contribution.
Well, thank you.
Welcome.
So, does this mean I don't have to worry about all the ribbing I've been taking?
What are you talking about?
Well, the interns are giving me grief about coming between you and Matt.
That's ridiculous. There has never been any kind of relationship between Dr. Harmon and me other than a professional one. And it really displeases me that the interns are spreading this kind of gossip.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Looks like somebody beat you up.
Yeah, it's just a rough time with a patient.
Have you seen Karen?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot my manners.
Mm-hmm.
You look awfully fetching in your doctor's getup.
Why, that's much better, thank you.
Have you seen Karen?
She's on a break.
Oh, because this came for her. Give it to her.
Well, she'll probably be back in about 5 minutes. You can give it to me if you want.
No, I'll just hang on to it. I'll find her.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, so, did you and Lucy make up yet? You know, that fight that you guys had was quite a scene.
Well, you don't make up with Lucy. You stay out of her way, otherwise she'll eat you alive like a hammerhead.
Oh, come on. She's not that bad.
Just give you a little piece of advice here. Don't trust her.
Doc, we were right. There he is at the end of the bar.
I see him.
Oh, Lee and Gail are here. They're all alone. This is great.
Yeah, great for us, bad for them. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Make it count.
Right, check.
Oh, honey, look who's here.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Hi, why don't you two join us?
No, thanks. I just want to know where Serena is.
She's with Mrs. Howell's son. They're having a play date over at his house.
You just left her with the child services worker?
Yes, it's good for Serena to play with other children.
Well, I think after all that's happened, you wouldn't want to let her out of your sight.
Come on, don't worry. Scott's security people are watching.
That is not good enough for me, Lee.
Lucy, what is wrong, dear?
We just came from Danielle's funeral, and Lucy's a little out of sorts.
Doc,
Hey.
I don't need you to help me out here.
You
I can
sure?
defend myself. And, Gail, I don't appreciate when you call me dear. I hate that. It's very patronizing, you know. And to tell you the truth, after all Serena's been through, I think you'd be a little more concerned about her, not out on some little romantic meal time here
Lucy,
together.
that's enough. Let's go sit down.
Fine.
Sorry. I hope you're proud of yourself in that display.
I am. Did I do good?
Terrific.
Good. Okay. Feels good.
Well, she is unusually high-strung.
Even for Lucy.
Lee, Gail, I hope you will at least give my love to Serena. That is, if the babysitter hasn't killed her.
Lucy, that's enough. Let's go.
Doc, I can walk just fine on
After
that.
how many margaritas?
I had one
You know, one
margarita.
too many.
One.
What the heck has gotten into Lucy?
I don't know. I guess she's just terribly worried about Serena, but having a life that's just, normal is very important for a child, and friends are part of that.
Sure.
Oh, Lee, I'm just so glad that we have Serena while we're going through this awful nightmare.
So this is the best place she could be, outside of being with her father.
Lee, what if Scotty loses? I mean, God forbid, but what if he loses his trial? How would you feel if we petitioned to have Serena in our permanent custody?
What do you think? Are we too old, maybe?
I thought that I wouldn't even have talked about it.
Well, I would hope, that would never come to pass, but, God, I can't think of anything I'd like better. Really?
Hey, Scott.
Oh,
You
hi.
said you were looking for me.
Yeah, this came for you. It's official and
Ooh.
it's urgent.
What is?
What is it?
Oh, divorce papers.
Oh, for crying out loud. I'm sorry if I'd
No,
known that's
it's
what they were. I would
okay.
never have brought him to the hospital.
It's paper. Fine.
Right.
I mean, it's not like it was a surprise. I knew they were coming. So.
I'm here for you, okay?
Thank you. I'm fine.
You sure? You've been thinking about your marriage for the last couple of months. There it is.
Yeah, well, that'll all be over with. All I have to do is sign on the dotted line and done.
Hey, did you stick with Jake like we suggested? Yeah, I offered to drive him home, but he said he had to do something back here, so.
How's he doing?
Not good. Before he left, Rex showed up. And the two of them ended up getting into it, so he's pretty wound up.
Yeah, saddler gun and tackle? What time do you close? I want to buy a gun.
This is Lisa McCree. Tomorrow, the late Irma Bombeck remembered, a touching tribute from her husband. Plus,
What's it like to be the mom of an NBA superstar? You'll find out on tomorrow's Good Morning America.
Watch what happens when Janet learns she stands accused of a new crime on All My Children today.